Welcome to the Stradale channel. I'm here in Narpes, joined by my beautiful cameraman, which I found on Facebook, very cheap.
Yes.
Today, I interest you in this, what I think to be a very underrated car, and also cheap. It's a lot of car for the money. To the unknowledgeable, this looks like a normal Ford Mondeo estate. However, I beg to differ. This is the ST220 model, which has a 3-litre V6 and 226 brake horsepower. So I thought I'd show you around here. Obviously we have this lovely silver coat of paint, which is very unique and original. Then we have these lovely Monaco wheels, which obviously aren't standard. A little bit of rust, very nice touch, very common with these cars. Also, what seems to be someone who's spray painted that's very lovely. If we come around the back here, you can see. Now this is a very unique feature with these cars. The exhaust pipes have rusted over, and that brings in a lovely sound. So we love a bit of that. There's this little bull symbol on the back, very cute, not standard. Don't know who did that. I'm going to shoot them when I find out though. Around the back here we have the same sort of thing going on. A little bit more rust, obviously details, everybody. Beautiful. Also quite common with these cars is this what the fuck, that seems to be dried up wax. Oh shit, that's quite common on these cars, these rubber things coming off. Then we have the bonnet, which is really cool. You may have noticed the difference with this compared to the normal ST2 the difference between this and the normal Mondeo is that it has a little bit of a body kit going on, and of course stupid bonnet opening mechanism, a 3-litre V6 which produces about 226 horsepower. It sounds quite nice, it's quite fast, and they are dead reliable. Yeah, I mean, it's not really an interesting car, but it's cool. So, as it turns out, I have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. And the engine for this car is actually quite interesting. Ignore the fact that this is a few months later. I'm quite lazy. But the point is, this engine, originally for the ST200, the 2.5-litre V6, was being developed with Porsche in mind. And then, Ford decided to buy it. It was being designed somewhere in America. So they bought the engine. They had Cosworth redo parts of the top end, I think related to the camshaft, and maybe the timing and valves, not entirely sure, but there was some genius designer on this on this engine. And it had a very interesting intake system as well, which was mechanical, and with the ST220 became, I believe, electrical. And which bumped it up another, 25 horsepower, also by increasing the size of the engine to 3 litres. But another interesting thing is, this engine, they put two of them together as to turn into a V12, and put that in the Aston Martin. Virtually unchanged, except for timing, positions, and the camshaft and all that, the stuff that needs to be changed at the top. But relatively, for an engine design, unchanged, and it had the same engine. So Aston Martin's iconic V12, you chop that in half, and that's the ST220 or the ST200, but they're all in the same engine family. That's quite remarkable. combination on these as well is if you have a shaky idle, that the throttle bodies need cleaning, because they're shit, I think. If I were to take you to the interior, walk with me. Here we have some pillows and Recaro leather seats, very nice. And this is the facelift model, so it has the touchscreen and the 6-speed gearbox with the white dials, which was sporty back in the day, in the early 2000s and the 90s. On the steering wheel it says ST as well, very cool feature. Obviously the rear seats are the same, they're just Recaro seats. In the boot you have loads of space, which you would hope with an Estate. If you were to buy one of these, though, I wouldn't recommend you get the Estate.
What's this, Vincent?
I wouldn't recommend you buy an Estate. I personally prefer... Well, if you get one of these, you have to get the hatchback model. I only got this because the opportunity came up. And while they are good-looking Estates, I think you should still get the hatchback. So cool. The rear lights are also cracked. Right. Let's go for a drive. As I said earlier, I think these cars are underrated. In a country like Finland, they aren't too hard to come by, and usually when they do come by, they're very cheap. I paid just over $1,000 for this car, and in general, it's very good value for money. I mean, it's the facelift model, so it has the 6-speed and the touchscreen. You obviously get the engine, and then it's 270,000 kilometers, which may seem like a lot, but in Finland that's break-in miles. This has barely been driven, it hasn't gone anywhere. There are a few downsides to this car specifically, such as the something's going on with the rear left suspension. What happened there? Not too sure what that is. And the button for the fuel filler flap is a bit dodgy, but otherwise it's a lot of car for the money. But the most interesting thing about the ST220 are two components. It's the handling and the engine. And the handling is very sporty feeling, but it's also quite relaxing, and it's a very good steering car, front-wheel drive. And despite having a fire-breathing 3-litre V6 in the front, you don't really feel that much torque still unless you really do gun it. Speaking of, I think I'll show you how much power this car has. No slouch. Frankly, this car fits in the category of an amazing daily driver. You have all the comfort you need, and you have the sportiness right at your right foot, with a really good 6-speed gearbox, and the 5-speed's good as well, just not as economical. I owned one before this, a pre-facelift. It was a 2002. This is a 2004. That was a hatchback model, also silver, sadly. You'd want the one in blue. But that car was just amazing to drive around in all the time. You had comfort, you had sportiness, you had practicality, and it was just fun and cool. And one of the things you get with this car is no one knows what it is. Everyone's going to think it's a normal Mondeo, which is fine, because you know what it is. It's an ST220. Would you like to tell us where we are?
Alltså, filmar du?
Jo.
Jag tror ingen man brukar få filma här.
It doesn't matter. It's the intermission. What are we in Halpahali?
Right, guys, we are in here in Alpahali. Oh. And here we have the Teflon Palma. This is 18 out of 10. Highest rated pan in the world. Made of stainless steel. Inox, induction, Teflon. High quality. Please buy. Come here to Halpahali. Let's go.